So I have to do it for one of my classes. The teacher wants to see my teaching style. Okay, so it's mostly just looking at me. So don't feel scared or anything. Okay. All right. So today we're looking at the two articles about WikiLeaks and the Twitter silence. Okay. I'd like to start today by looking here at the question: what do you know about WikiLeaks and the Twitter silence? Okay. So you can talk with the person next to you. Everyone has someone next to them. And I'll give you about 5 minutes or so because I still need to look at your homework. Okay? Okay. Okay, and you can stop. Okay, so which one do you like better? Which one was more interesting for you? The WikiLeaks article or the Twitter silence article? Both. Okay. How about let's see by a raise of hands. Okay, so choose one: the WikiLeaks or the Twitter silence. If you like both, that's great. But choose one that you were more interested in. Okay. So how about WikiLeaks? If you thought WikiLeaks was more interesting, raise your hand. Okay, put your hands down. And Twitter silence? Okay, Twitter silence wins. Okay, so that means that we'll start today with the article about the Twitter silence. Okay? So let's look at that one first. And first, let's talk about the newspaper. And the newspaper that we're looking at today is The Guardian. What do you guys know about The Guardian? It's a daily newspaper in the UK. Okay. Second what? Second largest. Readers. There's more. After the New York Times, okay? The New York Times is number 1, The Guardian's number 2 of what? This, okay. Oh. Uh-huh.
In the UK.
It's in the world. But it's not just the newspaper, it's online. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So it is the second largest English newspaper online. Okay, so not in print, but online. And the New York Times is number 1. So the New York Times is the largest English newspaper online that has the most readers. Okay? Is it old? Is it new?
Old.
Yeah, it's very old. It was started in the 1800s. So it's very reputable and very famous. Anything else? How about its political affiliation? Is it left, right, center? Yeah, it's center-left. So most of it is center, but sometimes it can go left a little bit. And what does left mean? We've talked about it before. There's left and there's right. Okay, kind of. It's biased, There's two sides that can be biased. So there's one that starts with an L and one that starts with a C. Conservative and conservative, both are extreme because they both go one way. So one is conservative and one is liberal. Okay. So which one is left and which one is right?
Liberal.
Liberal is left. Yeah, just remember LL. Liberal is left and conservative is right. Okay, so this newspaper can be slightly liberal, which is fun. Okay? And we're going to talk about the Twitter silence first. Do you guys know what Twitter is?
Yes.
Yeah? What is it? It's a social network website. And it's a large community. There's millions of people on this community. I think it's something like 175 million people are on Twitter worldwide. And it's kind of like Facebook, or QQ or something like that. But on Twitter, they only have messages, like SMS or text messages. And these messages can only be 140 characters long. So, people will get these messages on their phones, too. So if you hook up to the internet, then you can get these Twitter messages on your phone. And because they're so short, it's very easy to read them on your phone. And it's very easy to make them on your phone. And people will sign up to receive these Twitter messages from their friends or from celebrities or anyone they like. They can sign up to receive these messages. And you can also send messages to people too. People can have their own Twitter page. So anyway, Twitter and Facebook are two of the most popular sites in the US right now. And we're going to talk about what the celebrities are doing, okay? And like last week, I would like each person to take a topic in your group, okay? So I've prearranged the group with 4 people, and 4 people, and 4 people, and 4 people, okay? And one person can take charge of content questions. And if you're in charge of content questions, then if you guys have a question about something in the article, you're in charge of raising your hand and asking me, okay? So if you guys don't understand something, then raise your hand and get my attention so that you can ask me the question. And one person can be in charge of the title, the summary. The summary is just an oral summary. You don't have to write anything, just talk about it. And the author's opinion. And then once you get through all that, then look at your homework questions and you can start to talk about some of the things from the articles. Okay? Alright, so you can get started by assigning the roles to your groups. Who's going to do each one? And I will pass back the homework. Okay? Okay, and let's stop and let's talk about it. Okay? Today, I have some cards. I have cards that have numbers on them. I have numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And I'm going to give you a group number. Alright? So you guys can be group 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So, I'm going to ask a question. For example, I'll ask a content question, and then I'll choose a number. Okay, for example, this is an example, number 3. So then, the person in charge of the content questions in group 3 will tell me the answer. Okay? Okay, so let's start with paragraph 2. In the first line, it's part of a campaign called Digital Life Sacrifice. So what is digital life sacrifice? Group 2. Content person.
Actually, digital life sacrifice may be just shorter long time of digital life, use of digital, shorter long time of using digital.
Okay, the time I use. Okay, let's get some help on that. All right. How about group 1? What is digital life sacrifice?
They use to update the Facebook and for temporary.
Yeah, it's the name of this campaign. their Facebook or Twitter. So it's digital life meaning the Twitter and the Facebook, and sacrifice, meaning that they're sacrificing, updating their Twitter and their Facebook account. They're silent. It's digital life sacrifice. Okay? And how about in the same paragraph, the second line, it's keep a child alive. What is that? Group 4.
It's like a community. It's activity. It's belong to something like estate.
Yeah, so it's the name of an organization or a foundation. It's a type of charity that collects money to give to the children in Africa and India that have HIV and AIDS. And so the money that they raise from this campaign is going to go to keep a child alive. Okay, and let's move on to the title. Okay, let me shuffle. Alright, so the title. Let's have group 1.
The title. This title means that they don't want, they refuse to update their Facebook and Twitter until they raise $1 million. So they refuse to update their Facebook and Twitter means is tweet silence. So this title means that.
Very good, okay. And how about the take a vow? What does that mean? Group 2.
Take a vow just means that maybe they promise to do something, and if others don't make the something to be true, and they will do something.
Okay, so yeah, they promised. So these celebrities are promising that they will be silent on Twitter. Okay? Take a vow. And then in the subtitle, how about group 3? Subtitle, Lady Gaga, Usher, and friends are exercising cyber restraint to raise money for World AIDS Day. So what does the subtitle tell us?
I think it's just about the title.
Right.
And I think it's just a sign that the
Celebrities.
they are saying that very firmly that if people don't donate money, then they will silence on the.
Okay, so the subtitle gives us some examples of who is being silent. It says Lady Gaga, Usher, and friends. So I think this subtitle is kind of to get our attention. Lady Gaga is really, really famous and popular. So if we see her name, then we think, oh wow, I want to read this. Okay? If it just says celebrities take a vow of Twitter silence, maybe I'm thinking, oh, I don't know who the celebrities are. I'm not going to read it. But because the subtitle has Lady Gaga and Usher, Usher is a singer who's also very famous, and they put those two names there to grab our attention, I think. And so then we think, oh wow, Lady Gaga is on Twitter silence. I gotta read this. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the summary. A lot of things have already been said, but tell me something that we haven't talked about. Group 2.
Celebrities maybe take some fighters to force their fans to earn money. If they don't add up to amount to exact numbers, then they will not update their Twitter. So they don't let their fans know their state of their life or daily activities. And if they do this, they will be update their Twitter so that they can give a lot of information to their fans. So that they can do their charitable things to the society.
Yeah, so they're helping society by doing this charitable thing. Okay, and let's have one more. Group 4. Something new, yeah. I know, it's difficult. Okay, so along the same line of what Paul said, then. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's talk about the author's opinion. And I'll shuffle again. And let's have group 1.
We think that the author is on the central side. On the one hand, he thinks this action, this campaign is very is a success, and it is genuinely unthinkable. But on the other side, the author mentioned that in the third paragraph, that's not to say that it wouldn't all backfire, though. He means that there are many disadvantages of this campaign. And also in the first paragraph, obviously there are few workarounds, so you don't end up feeling like a total monster. So the author thinks that this campaign, those celebrities, maybe it's not feel like a monster. Maybe the author is to use a kind of irony to mean that it is not a very good way.
The celebrities feel like a monster, or the people feel like a monster? People, yeah, okay.
But Lawrence don't agree with us, so maybe he can.
Well, let's have someone else give us an opinion first, and then we can hear from Lawrence. Group 4. Do you agree, or do you have a different opinion?
I can't understand what's the point of. And our opinion is that the author.
I think she said that the author is kind of central.
Yes, and that's our opinion.
That's your opinion too.
Yes, but she didn't explain quite clear why the concept.
Okay, so you think it's central also?
Yes.
Okay. How about group 3? Do you guys think it's central?
Sort of.
Sort of.
There are two sides. On one hand, the author is favorable of this campaign because he thought it brings people together and it raises money for some good reason. But on the other hand, there is a worry in the author's mind that people no longer doing things
And it says, the celebrities can go away loaded with an even greater sense of self-importance than usual. This is a very negative sentence about the celebrities. The celebrities already think that they are important. Their self-importance is very high. And so this is saying that after this is finished, the celebrities are going to feel a bloated sense of self-importance. So bloated means to get even bigger, swollen. So before, their self-importance was like this. But after this campaign, because so many people are sending money so that they will find out about their lives, so they'll update their Twitter and their Facebook. So after this campaign, their self-importance is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So they're going to think that maybe they are the most important people in the world, if they don't already think so. So that sentence is quite negative about the celebrities. And then in the third paragraph, it's saying that we have two choices. We can live in a world where children don't die of HIV, or we can live in a world where the celebrities don't update their Twitter and their Facebook account. And then it says, it's a tough choice. Is it a tough choice? No, not at all. So the author is being very sarcastic here. The author does not think that this is a tough choice. So, to live in a world where the children don't die of HIV, that would be wonderful. That's great, right? But, so we'll put it up here. But the celebrities not updating their Facebook or their Twitter, maybe people just don't care. So it's not so important. So I'm putting this down here. So there's no balance. Okay? So the author's saying, yes, we do want to give money to these children who have HIV. But no, we don't care so much about these celebrities updating their Twitter and their Facebook account. So then in the fourth paragraph, it says, obviously there are a few workarounds. So you don't end up feeling like a total monster. And workarounds means ways to go around, alternative things that you can do. So you don't end up feeling like a total monster. So if you can imagine, if you do something that's bad, you have this feeling inside that it feels really bad, some guilt or some depression. It makes you feel so bad inside. Okay, this is what it's saying. Feeling like a total monster. This is an expression. When you do something bad, then you feel really bad about it. You feel like a monster. Okay, so it's saying that there's some alternative approaches, some other things that you can do so that you don't feel bad. Okay? And it's saying that you could donate money to another scheme or another program with a similar goal. And if you do that, then at the same time, you're going to help the people, to help the children, and you're going to effectively banish Lady Gaga to a lifetime of being unable to upload any more photographs of furry unicorns. So it's kind of making fun of Lady Gaga because it's saying that the things that she puts on her Twitter are really useless and strange anyway. We don't really care if she uploads pictures of unicorns on her Twitter page. So it's saying that you can give money to these programs if you give to a different program, not to this digital life sacrifice, and that these celebrities will not be able to update their Twitter or their Facebook account. And let's see. Then at the end it's saying that the last paragraph, the second line, it said the trickiest bit will be picking the right celebrities. So we have to choose celebrities that people really respect and care about, and celebrities that are going to keep the vow of silence. And then it gives some examples of Alan Sugar and Kanye West who are not in this campaign now, but if they were chosen to do a campaign like this, it's possible that they would not be able to keep the vow of silence because they talk so much. And it says, but that's a worry for another day. So we're not going to worry about Kanye West or Alan Sugar right now, because we've already silenced a Kardashian. So here it's talking about Kim Kardashian, and it's sounds like the author really doesn't like her because it's mentioned many times in this article. And he says, that's enough for now. So that's enough for now. It means I'm happy because these celebrities are silent for now. And maybe that's good enough. So the author's opinion here is actually quite negative. Of course, like you guys said, the author does feel like we should give money to these charities, but he doesn't feel like this is the correct way to do it. I think the confusion is in the last paragraph in the first line. It says, of course, there's no doubt that this campaign will be a success. So if you think about that, then you're going to think, oh, the author really thinks that this will be successful. But actually, the author's saying there's no doubt that this campaign will be a success because there are enough people out there that really do care about these celebrities. And maybe $1 million isn't so much money, so they'll probably be able to raise $1 million. Because all of these celebrities together, I think maybe there's about 10 celebrities that are a group, and they're all doing this digital life sacrifice. And together, as a group, they're trying to raise $1 million. So not separately, but together as a group. Okay? So now, I'd like to talk about, do you think the activity of the celebrities is right? Right or wrong? Okay, so what do you think about these celebrities doing this kind of program, this digital life sacrifice to raise money? Okay, do you think it's right? Okay, we're going to have an open discussion. Okay, so we will split the class into two. And this side, you are going to be on the side of right. Okay, and this side, you're going to be on the side of wrong. Okay, so let's have the discussion where one person will start here. Okay, anybody can start. One person. And then we'll have one person over here. Okay, then we'll go back and have one person. And then we'll go back here and have one person. Okay? So you can speak as you like, but just one person at a time. Okay? So you guys can start over here. Anybody want to start it off? So you guys are right, you guys are wrong. But just for now, you have to try to think of some reasons why you think it might be right. Okay.
To save people is the most important thing, and whichever way it is, to save people and the people is survival, that is most important.
I think the aim is right, but the way is not appropriate because they make use of the fence, and if they really care about the children, the celebrities can donate money themselves. Themselves. Yeah.
Our celebrities has no money. Yes, they can use their fame, use their public image to encourage other people who is rich or who have money to help others.
Yeah. This way is not encourage, okay?
It's kind of something imposed on the fans.
But at least these celebrities inform the public of some kind of a program or this situation of the children.
But if I am the government, I will be very angry because I hate to be threatened. But the celebrities do this thing just like they threaten the government to give the money. If you don't give me the money, I will make the president silence and my fans will be unhappy. So maybe they will do something to you. And it's kind of a threat and it's terrible.
But it's actually motivate some other who may not don't have the ability to donate money, but at last they did.
But I think people have the right to choose that whether they want to donate money or
It's
not.
also the choice.
The celebrity
want. They shouldn't to use this method maybe. That's why I encourage them to donate money.
How to use the money is not the business of these famous stars. They are intended to raise others' awareness of such kind of poor children and unhealthy children. This is their own purpose.
It is that their purpose is to raise the public's concern. Why they said that they need to raise 1 million money. I mean that they can they need to set a limitation, set a goal.
Maybe it's just a way to let people. It's a I think it's the best way to let other people aware of their importance.
But many people get money to this foundation not because they are concerned with this phenomenon of the children's desperate. They just donate it because they are obsessed with those famous people.
Anyway, money is raised.
Okay, and we can stop there. Yeah, so there's some good, valid points made on both sides. On the positive side, it makes people aware, because we do know these celebrities. It does make people aware of World AIDS Day and that there's these charities out there that we can give to. But then on the other side, are we really giving to these charities because we care about the children, or are we giving because we want to see Lady Gaga update her Facebook and her Twitter page? So there are arguments on both sides. Have you guys done any research? Did you find out the conclusion of this program? So it finished. And so it started on December 1st, on World AIDS Day. And then on December 5th, I checked it because I had class on Monday morning. And so it was running for 5 days, and I checked it on December 5th. And they had only raised $300,000, which is less than 1/3 of their goal. And that took 5 days. So I was thinking maybe this actually did backfire. It wasn't working so well. Because maybe the celebrities were thinking that it would only last for a few days, and then they could be back on Twitter and Facebook. But actually, after 5 days, they were only 1/3 of the way. So I was thinking, oh, wow, it's going to take a few weeks, maybe even a month to raise this money. But then I had class again on Wednesday. And on December 7th, so just 1 week after it started, somebody donated $500,000. Wow. So I'm thinking, I'm not exactly I'm not sure of who donated it, but it must have been one of their friends or another celebrity or something, because I don't know why somebody would have donated $500,000. So then on December 8th, it was finished. They raised $1 million. So I was very surprised. So maybe it didn't go as successful as the celebrities had thought. You guys have any questions? Of paragraph 4? Yeah, okay. So, Usher is the singer, and his Twitter page, he just writes things like, "What up, Miami?" So it means, what's up? Like, how are you doing in Miami? And it says that these greetings or salutations are arbitrarily chosen towns. It means that these towns are chosen for no real reason, except for maybe fans live all over the U.S. So in his mind, he thinks maybe one day I'll say, "What up, Miami?" And then the next day I'll say, "What up, Los Angeles?" The next day, "What up, New York?" And maybe the fans in those places, they think, "Oh yeah, Usher is saying hi to me." But the meaning here is that the author thinks that maybe somebody is just sending these Twitter feeds out for just no Day is a holiday in the UK. So I don't really know too much about it, but it's like a Memorial Day where people they give respect